Welcome to California Unearthed. We are at one of my favorite eating establishments of all time. It's full of history and great food. Well, obviously, you see the sign behind me. We're at Bob's Big Boy. This location is the oldest location for operating Bob's Big Boy. This was built in 1949. This is not the original Bob's. This is number 6. It was, like I said, built in 1949, is the oldest operating restaurant to date. The sign behind me is 70 feet tall, the original sign. It has been repurposed, but it is still the original sign. So let's go have some great food, talk a little history. Come join me, shall ya? So this is the car hop behind Bob's Big Boy. This is original from 1949. Every Friday night, they have a classic car show back here. Jay Leno has been known to frequent here on Friday nights for the car show. And they still do an active car hop service on Saturday and Sunday. Right now, they're not doing it because of COVID. But when it's not COVID time, they do a car hop service out here on a Saturday and Sunday. When the diner was built in 1949, the architect was Wayne McAllister, who was famous for his architecture. Bob was a depiction of the 6-year-old chubby little boy, Richard Woodruff. A fry cook by the name of Bob Wyan sold his roadster automobile for $350 to get up enough money to buy a restaurant called the Pantry. He then renamed that pantry Bob's Pantry. About 6 months into owning Bob's Pantry, a patron had come in and said, "Hey, a single hamburger patty just isn't going to do it for me. Can you make me a double patty burger?" So what Bob ended up doing was taking the bun of the burger, cutting it in 3, adding the 2 patties with the bun in the middle. The double-decker hamburger was born at that point in time. So the double-decker hamburger has got its history with Bob's Big Boy. So there's a young gentleman, a young man, 6-year-old Richard Woodruff, who you see behind me, actually, believe it or not. 6-year-old Richard Woodruff loved those double-decker hamburgers that Bob was making, and he was trading his labor for a sandwich. What I mean by that is this young 6-year-old boy was washing dishes, cleaning up the restaurant, and in return received a double-decker hamburger. So Bob, so inspired by this portly 6-year-old, called that double-decker hamburger a Big Boy. Now there's 2 stories on how he came up with calling this 6-year-old Big Boy. First of all, it was when he first saw the kid, he said, "Well, hello, Big Boy." Or the second was he forgot Richard's first name and said, "Hey, Big Boy." Either way, Bob was calling this 6-year-old boy Big Boy. So he called that double-decker hamburger the Big Boy. Soon after buying the pantry, he renamed to Bob's Big Boy. So in 1949, Scott McDonald and Wayne Albert built and opened this Burbank location that we're at now. And Bob sold the franchise in 1967. But before he sold it, he franchised out in 1952 to a group of brothers called the Eilis brothers in Michigan. And the Eilis brothers bought their franchise in 1952. By 1964, they had opened up 100 Bob's Big Boys around Michigan. So in 1967, like I said, Bob sold his interest in the Bob's Big Boy franchise in the restaurant. He sold it to Marriott Corporation and then stayed on with the Marriott Corporation as president and vice president for a year, and then ended up becoming city council member and mayor of Glendale. Quite a jump. So in 1987, the Eilish brothers, the original franchisees, ended up buying all of Bob's Big Boy from the Marriott Company. And then unfortunately they went bankrupt in 2000 and had to sell once again. But Bob Wyan, that initial sale in 1967, he received $7 million, which is about $55 million in today's money, for the Big Boy Corporation. So here in Burbank, this is a very popular site for celebrities and fans of this restaurant and fans of Bob's Big Boy. I know for a fact that the Beatles came here in 1965, sat in the corner booth right over there, and director Michael Mann filmed the movie Heat here in this restaurant with Robert De Niro and Val Kilmer. Now, other celebrities that are known to frequent this establishment was Bob Hope, would spend 3 days a week here in his Cadillac back in the car hop. Drew Carey is known to be here 3-4 days a week, reading the paper and drinking his tea in the morning. We also have Tom Hanks and his wife that frequent here as well. And who knows how many other celebrities frequent this location. We're not far from the Warner Brothers studio and the Walt Disney studio. So many of those guys, I'm sure, come here just like we do. So why don't we go grab a Big Boy hamburger, show you the inside, go have some fun. This is the waiting area just inside the front door with historic photographs on the wall. This one of Bob Wyan himself. And as we pan over here to the right, you'll see the souvenir area where you can buy your Bob's Big Boy souvenirs. And I'm going to flip the camera around. You'll see the very last booth there. That's where the Beatles sat. This is the same seating arrangement since 1949. It has been redecorated, but it does have the same seating arrangement. And once again, the souvenir area is highly crowded this evening, and I didn't want to take too many photographs or video. Sitting in the back area, all right, so we got our seat. I'm definitely going to be ordering the double-decker Bob's Big Boy. We got the menus, but I'm not going to need it. So we'll come back when this food comes out. This is the dinner salad that comes with the Big Boy combo with the classic Big Boy ranch dressing. And you can actually buy this ranch dressing in the grocery store. All right, the food has arrived. This is it. The very first double-decker hamburger.
Mine's cheater style.
And we have turkey burger over there.
I don't know what that little dingle-dangle thing is.
If this burger looks familiar, this is where McDonald's got the idea for the Big Mac. It's pretty much the same thing. So I wanted to get one last shot with the Bob's Big Boy sign all lit up just here at dusk, right before dark. It's not the best angle, but you can also see the entire restaurant as well. there's the sign itself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this brief history of Bob's Big Boy and this Burbank location, which, like I said in the beginning of the video, the oldest Bob's Big Boy still in operation.